Right.
Wow.
So in 3, 1, welcome to the Boiling Pot podcast. It's our episode 00, our pilot podcast episode. We'll just go ahead and sound off who we are. My name is Jimmy.
Melissa.
King.
And then our audio sound guy, we got Alex in the corner. So this is our first time meeting up. It is Christmas Eve, 2019.
Unthinkable.
Oh.
Man.
So honestly, this is a culmination of an idea that we all had started out on an anime or on a ride to Dai Shokan, Wisconsin Dells, right?
As we
And triangulate, where
Well,
we're
you know,
from.
there are people coming out of state too.
Yeah, man. Remember the guy with the CTR from Iowa?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gotta pick up CTR, man.
That's sooner or later if you ever pop off. But really, the conversation to be had today, it's just as simple as this. The premise of today's podcast or show, whichever direction we go, is really how animes inspired us. You know, we were on our way to, like I said, an anime convention. We purchased anime convention tickets for sometime in 2020, right? So the weebs that we're here together today to hopefully discuss what animes have made us, or made us who we are growing up, in our school years, our adolescence, till our adolescence.
Before we get into that, call everybody
No.
boiling pot.
No.
That'll
They'll eventually
That-
find
yeah.
out why it's the boy.
we can't just give away the secret sauce
Yes.
first episode.
A secret.
Dang.
You know, it's like
You
the
know,
thing.
most
We just
people,
can't
they-
keep them giving them chicken, man. Yeah.
What's that even for me?
I feel what was it? What was that
The
one?
chicken's boiling in the pot right now, you know?
It's like when you sell Girl Scout cookies, you don't give them the whole box. You give them a sample one cookie at a time.
Okay.
So maybe in 100 episodes from now, tell you guys what's up and why we're called the Boiling Pot. Okay. However you guys want to theory craft all that time. Boiling Pot. Couple of guys, gal, as of right now, getting together, talking about anime. Anime today.
Yeah, for now.
Okay.
For now.
So again, I just wanted to get you guys together here tonight just to figure out, or try to get some conversation going on what animes made your childhood, and even as going as far as into your young.
Well, you might as well start it off then.
Okay.
The topic is
So-
going to be, what was it again?
So if you guys ever see the A&E series, like the foods that made America or the toys that made America, I kept on thinking about it. What animes have really made me into the person I am today. So if you guys don't know, I love playing Pokemon, more or less almost anything Pokemon related, whether it be the card game, the video games, even Pokemon Go. Been something that has been near and dear to my heart ever since Pokemon has come here west to the States. So very stereotypical of me to say that Pokemon has very much influenced my life, but been in my room, I have Pokemon Funko Pops, I have Pokemon play mats and all the sorts. Nothing as crazy as here to me. How about you guys?
It was like we're in a classroom. It's very icebreaker.
I like this format.
This is the first. Yeah, it's too serious.
serious.
All right.
All right, cool.
K that shit. We're just going straight.
All right,
in.
we're going
Straight
balls
ham,
deep.
go.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
well, we got through the formal stuff,
Okay.
so we're good now.
Yeah, we're good.
You guys are
Damn, that's
That's just too
This is
intense.
gonna get cut anyway.
That shit was too intense.
You guys gotta, it's be more natural.
Yeah, see, it was too
Just too scripted, huh?
like no,
Yeah.
we got it out there.
Dude,
Like,
this is how you normally talk.
We got it out there,
Like, this
so
is,
I think we're
like,
good
this is how
now.
you
Where
normally
you guys just started
That was
is
like a
when-
class
is
presentation.
when, is, when,
Yeah.
is when Tim looked at Drew.
So like,
And then
Yeah,
yeah, I was like,
Drew, that's what you.
Arthur hand just.
Drew, that's what you should have jumped in. That's what you should have jumped in.
I thought you were
That-
gonna say
that-
something.
that-
I was like,
It's
dude,
my first day on the job. I got it.
It's like you don't want to go because you know we're from Milwaukee shit, right?
don't say
And so-
that.
No, but I didn't say this is the real point. Okay, this is the real boiling point. I'm not gonna lie.
The real boiling point.
This is the real boiling pot. There's certain there's certain things that I will leave off the table, but no bar. It's I think anything's go, right? So for me, Pokemon has really honestly been something that drives me ever since I was a little kid. So bad to the point where the first time I told my dad I wanted to become a Pokemon master or Pokemon was going to be my whole life, my dad looked at me like, "Are you dumb as shit?" Okay, and seriously, from then on, I've done stupid stuff. I've obtained Pokemon cards in mischievous ways, and I've definitely had my fill of
Whatever
buying
it
Pokemon
takes.
cards whenever I didn't need to buy them. But it wasn't until 3 years ago we started talking shit, and our my uncle Chris bought some Pokemon cards, and it was me and King over here talking mad stuff like, dude, I bet you we got our cards.
I said,
that
I'll
ass.
beat that ass.
Beat that ass.
So what we did was went out the next day on ETB. Greatest idea to stop Pokemon.
We still have the video.
It's we should probably do a react to that video. I think it's about 3 years ago. It was just recently too. I think it was in the last week or so. It was on my Facebook feed. It was during somebody's
You guys
video.
are some bad people.
Oh, you guys are going to hell.
That went south. It's okay.
Yeah,
Let's see
that
the circle. Look around you. We all will be in the same place. See you there,
Everybody
guys.
in this circle, right?
At least I waited after the.
We waited the next day.
Yeah, we went. We got them the next day. We went to the south side and bought everything we
We
could.
started with what?
Yeah, y'all
what-
went to the south
No, we
side.
went
Fire Red? No, not Fire Red. It was
No,
It was evolution.
Evolutions,
Yeah, XY
yes.
evolutions.
Yeah, I
it
got
was
stuck with
Evolution.
Blastoise.
That time it was like we should have started with Roaring Skies.
Yep. Well, I knew about that stuff, but we want to even.
I think.
Start off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everything.
because like literally like those. Like when I'm the oldest one here.
How old are you?
Why'd you say that? I don't know.
But like when I first started, like just like Jimmy, Pokemon was my thing. Like went from Pokemon Game Boy, like cards. Even like my cousins still have the original cards. That's like first edition. They're mint, if not mint.
Shadowless.
But he still has those cards, and he's older than I am. So it's like saying, yeah, he grew up with that shit. So obviously, part of my life too.
Was it 96? That first year that came out, I was in second grade. I got up and I remember seeing the first episode, and I was like,
That's when they first came out. Pokemon cards.
yeah, I think
I
I was
only
at
three.
I was only 2.
it was
The
like,
cards
I
or
know,
the show?
I know it got really hyped around when I was in third grade.
I remember when the first movie came out. Or not the first movie. I begged my parents to take me. What was the first movie? I got some Pokemon cards too.
What was the first
That's
movie?
probably the first
More
one.
first
Yeah.
I got some Pokemon
I backed my
cards.
parents too. They didn't take me.
I remember. I think when the
Really
first
want
one
that
came
Mew
out,
card,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Now where is it?
Was it Mew, Dragonite?
There's another one.
Something.
And I remember watching the Red Dogs.
That was a good movie.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Yeah,
That's
that
one of
was-
the better
Third
ones.
is-
Yeah.
What's
that
it
was
called?
one of them.
Third.
Yeah, on 3.
So there was 2000. That was with Lugia and the Legendary Bird. Third one was antics.
It was alright.
Yeah.
I didn't like it too much.
I didn't see Solid B1.
I thought the concept was cool.
Yeah, that was
Time
with
traveling,
Suicune and
yeah.
time traveling, yeah. But
Meeting.
spoilers. If you haven't seen it in the last like 10, 15 years.
I went to Best Buy recently. looking at the DVD section because no one goes to DVD section anymore at Best Buy. That's all the Pokemon. They had it on Blu-ray. They have the 3 movies on it. I was gonna buy that for my.
Alex and I were just there earlier too. I think first season, the Indigo Plateau, Fox and Blue. Yeah, I thought it was a little much. It sounds like for a lot of people, or I guess the consensus now, because I haven't heard anything else, is that Pokemon's been fairly influential, right? What we do, anything that we remember, right? You know, the nostalgia. I know there's a few other animes that are out there at the time. I don't know if you guys remember like Monster Rancher.
Sounds familiar.
That's a
Are
good
you
one.
serious?
That's a good one.
There's that
Man,
yellow
that's
guy with the big eye.
There's a rock guy.
The guy with
That
the
sounds
he's
so
yellow with the
familiar.
big
The
eye.
original Geo dude.
Mochi.
He was actually a dude.
Oh yeah, Mochi. It was
Yeah,
a
he-
duck. Had an armadillo back.
Like a little boy too.
Yeah, he had skates. He was
I
kind of.
I don't know, but I feel
I
like
mean, he's like
I think I could see Pokemon started it all off, but
At least in the
No.
U.S.
Yeah,
I think.
and
but bringing
honesty,
it back,
It's actually
but like bringing
Even
back
before
to
that,
anime.
for
older than
girls,
that.
there was
Yeah.
Sailor Moon too.
yeah.
But like bringing it back, it's like, yes, it started as interest, but what was like really the thing, watching and do.
See, that's
Dragon
why I
Ball.
don't like that question, is because I grew up with it, but I don't think it watching recently or anything like that. It's just kind of what we had at the time. A lot of us was poor in Pokemon.
Not
School.
true.
I think
What else?
I had
Well,
Dragon Ball.
I had Saturday morning
I had Saturday
shows. You know how many shows?
Yeah, but
that
those
was?
weren't anime. Though.
But I think
Those were anime.
Like
Shaman
what?
Card
King.
Captors.
Okay.
Card
yeah.
Captor.
Ultimate Muscle.
Escaflowne.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me smack you.
Metabots.
back.
Whoa!
I remember
Metabots.
Metabots.
That
Beyblade.
was, I thought that was an American thing.
No.
Wow.
Well, that's how ass it was.
Oh, dang!
Except
Wow.
you knew what it was.
I did.
See?
Because
Yeah.
okay, I
knew
don't
when
know
to
what
skip
it
it.
is, so.
What? You don't know what Metabots is?
See, you
He's
got
that yellow guy with the
Metabee.
Metabee.
yeah.
No.
It was whack. That's all you need to know. It was whack.
Because you had shows like Cubics, right? And that was clearly
That shit was
non.
fire.
Yeah, that was from the West. That was a Canadian. I think it was a Canadian show, or I think I remember reading somewhere. I think it was like Canadian based, but then the CGI was done in Korea.
Was it even?
Yeah, but it was so hot garbage. Or I thought it was garbage compared to like shows like
Hot
Metabots.
garbage.
Metabots.
I remember that. Good.
I'm just saying,
That was good.
Metabots. Was
I
good.
loved it. It was more realistic than Pokemon. Like, hey, they can actually make a little like 3-foot robot follow you around and actually battle the kids.
Wasn't he the, wasn't he the
Yeah,
only
They
robot?
battle, no, they don't battle.
No,
kids,
no,
they battle
there's-
other
Oh, I
robots.
was gonna
He was
say.
like white and like.
Like,
almost still
imagine if
No,
you
no, no.
mix
That was
Pokemon.
Rokusho.
He's-
Rokusho.
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you mix Pokemon together, right? With Gundam. Miniature Gundam. That's how it is.
And the three
Because-
came together. And
Yeah, they don't have more than one person. Doesn't have more than like
One
Metabot.
robot.
Yeah.
They have one, so it's kind of like Digimon, right? With your partner. And then it's like Pokemon. As
Fight
you
them.
battle, you can win parts and put onto your Metabot.
Yeah.
Steal other parts from.
from
No,
the
that's
dead.
that's
so it's kinda like
Team
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Rocket. That's
That's
Team
like
Rocket.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
They steal parts.
Where you take the rarest part and you put it, you add it onto your own machine.
I don't know. I don't remember watching a lot of it.
But Shaman King, I remember watching Shaman King.
Shaman King was good. For the film.
I think it was.
Looks in Japanese.
I've never seen it in Japanese.
Let's not forget. Okay, so we're talking about Foxbox, right? Y'all remember the Saturday morning cartoon lineup?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I never grew up watching Dragon Ball, but when I first saw One Piece, I thought the show was goofy. Like I didn't like it at all.
It was goofy.
It
was really
was.
goofy back then.
Don't look at me like that. It was kind of goofy.
All I remember is yeah yo, talking about One Piece. I was like, what? What is this?
A rap song.
You would understand.
I forgot it started out like that.
And ever since then, I barely watched anyone.
Guys, I didn't even know. US.
It wasn't a
was.
thing until like that was like 10 years ago.
I don't know.
The first time I
That's-
saw it was
what,
on
10 years ago?
Tsunami. Over 10 years ago.
What piece is this cartoon?
Yeah, over 10 years ago.
But it's
That's
still
how
number
old.
one though.
So
All that
let's
matters.
let's spin it back then, right? We talked about how a lot of us never had access. Like I never had access to like Toonami or Cartoon
Cable.
Network.
Yeah, cable. Cable
So-
didn't come in until like.
I
I
till
was
this,
there.
till this day. I still don't have cable. Till this day. But the real talk is this, right? Honestly, it wasn't until my dad them got like high more like we had high speed internet, and that was well into maybe my sophomore junior year of high school. And so this is like 10 years after I started watching Pokemon, Digimon. What I thought was current at the time was already something that people had already watched and caught up on. Still never seen the Majin Buu arc. Seen
It was
you
fire.
know the Frieza and Cell Saga through Dragon Ball Kai, but I never saw the OG iterations, right? So we're going back and forth, and then next thing you know, I'm in high school, and what's the hot thing? Ninja Boy wearing hot orange, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm sick, guys.
It was good. It was good back then, man.
No, I think Naruto was one that got me hooked.
Because there's nothing else to compete with it besides Dragon Ball was going on forever, but Bleach.
Well, yeah, I was like
And that was
Bleach
it.
and
You know
One
what
Piece,
else,
so.
though? Hitman Reborn.
That shit
Let's talk
trash.
about that trash.
Let's not.
Who
It's
told
not
me
even
to fucking
worth
watch
talking
this?
about it, man.
I literally
Would you
spent a
just
week
leave
and
it
binge watch this
alone?
guy.
You finished though, right?
I finished it in a
Okay,
week.
we finished it. You should
In
be
a
happy.
week.
And I was
You
just like,
finished it in a week.
I binged it. I was like, that was my life, and like that's when I first started. That's when I had an iPod Touch.
Damn.
This shit is old.
That shit was like,
The
I was
10-year
like, that's when I
anniversary
first got
was, like,
into,
last
because that's when I
year?
had
2 years ago.
able to watch it. During nighttime, just have your iPod out or just. And I was like, I
I
binged
wish
that
I
bitch.
had an
Hitman,
iPod.
huh?
I know. You
That was
guys are
Hitman.
young,
Hitman.
man.
Wow.
I
That
honestly-
ending, I was like, oh my god, that was
You
it.
have to really like it to.
Concept-wise, was
worth
good.
watching.
How they played it
See?
out.
Hitman, is that
Nobody
the guy with the
liked the
flame,
ending.
flame
Wait,
on
what are
his
you
head?
talking about?
Nobody
Yeah.
liked the ending, so
And it was a straight trash.
yeah, the ending just was.
Yeah, I didn't watch the.
All right, let's switch topics. What is a trash anime you've seen that people think is good?
Why are you so triggered?
I'm just saying because Hitman wasn't that good.
So trash animes that you think everybody's hype?
Animes
Honestly,
you think
See,
that's
that doesn't work because Andrew hates everything.
No, I don't.
He's
Everything
very
meta.
biased.
He's very
Very
biased. He
biased.
hates
Alright,
everything.
alright,
Not
I
Who
was
like
here
that
is gonna
mainstream.
tell me Neon Genesis was good? As good as people say.
I've never
good.
seen it.
No, it wasn't. Man, get over here.
I
Look,
never.
look, it's a very psychological.
I never
anime.
watched
No,
it.
it's not.
But I watched it.
All
when
you
I-
did was
Alright, watch parts
cry.
of it.
Hey, masturbating there too, okay, man.
I don't
Wow.
remember that.
And he had a gay friend.
I don't know about that.
That's fair. I don't know about that.
Can you explain what happened in Neon Genesis again? Refresh my memory.
It's like something happens to him, and then all these people are
That was like the ending.
like he
Right,
comes
I
to like a
remember.
realization or something.
Just an FYI, we're gonna do spoilers. Alert. If you never watched this anime, just
Yeah, I've never seen it, but
So,
I guess I'll
it's
still
like
watch
I've seen
it.
20
parts
years
of
ago.
it.
It's one of those very psychological anime. It's great animation, but it's like what the
What
What's
is there
going
harem? Is there harem aspect in there?
Girls, I wouldn't. Really...
You seen this?
I watched it because it
I'm
was
just bringing up my
it's
phone. I just
so
wanna see
good
how it
according
looks
to
like.
people.
I don't. I,
The
think-
It's
mecha-
the big
the
purple-
mechas, yeah, the
It's
mechas
a
look like
mecha.
little
The
demons.
girls
Godzilla
are in
looking
bodies.
dude.
I feel like I've seen
He
it.
has a
but-
There's
Godzilla
the
as well.
girl with
I'm
the
not
red
gonna lie.
bodysuit
Visually,
and the
it
one
looks
with the
it looks
white
nice.
yeah.
It was
visually
probably
stunning.
Especially
during
for
its
that
time, it was
time.
probably really good. You know, like Akira
Just go to
or
images.
So is
all these other
Neon Genesis from the 80s now?
I would
Uh,
say so.
90s.
Alex,
Early
look this up,
90s?
please.
Damn.
Young Alex.
Late 80s
This-
or
Look this up.
early
Late
90s.
I feel like I watched
Early
it.
I think
90s.
it's supposed to
I think I
make
like
sense with all the movies.
Well,
But
they
that was
been,
never
like,
out
No,
until
they had
remaking them again.
they started with episodes and then movies came out. Like
oh
three.
damn! I just saw you look at it. But Neon
What'd you
Genesis,
see?
nothing. From what I understand is that Neon Genesis is the most successful anime out there, considering. So. And it's still considered the most.
He's
successful-
triggered.
Supposedly, it's the most successful for
So like capita per.
like for the amount of episodes it has.
For
and
its
the movies,
longevity.
everything. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, like
really out
it's
there.
still around and
every time they come out with a new movie, like it really well.
Nope, I did not.
Don't watch it.
So if we talk about like Japanese, like when you think of Japan, you think about anime and manga, right? Like what's we're talking about historically has made a mark. What comes to
You
mind?
raise your hand.
What comes to
Yes,
mind?
yes,
It has to
Andrew.
be One Piece. Dude. We're talking about the greatest shonen. Well, in my opinion, I think the best shonen anime ever was.
That is Andrew also being.
Yes, but if we look at the stats, money, the drip,
Money.
the drip that the guy has,
The drip.
He can't even swim.
One Piece is up there.
I mean, I don't disagree with you because when I was there, almost 10 years ago, One Piece everywhere, and I probably only thought it was goofy,
Yeah.
so I stopped watching. But
That's
literally,
what a lot of people
One
say.
Piece was everywhere 10 years ago.
Okay, I've never seen it, but reading it versus watching it, I think it's nice. I think it's a good one. I think
But Tim, you like to read everything.
I don't like reading. it doesn't create the same.
It
anime
does.
yeah,
Have
but
you
let me-
never had goosebumps while you read a
Yeah.
manga
What's
chapter?
wrong with
You have no soul.
you? You're going to hell.
My imagination isn't.
I thought so. When One Punch Man first came out in the
Besides
mangas,
One Punch Man,
I was
see?
like, this is gonna be a hit. This is amazing as shit.
Are we talking about like the legit original? Or are we talking about
no,
the...
not that one, not that abomination.
I think, yeah, like about a year before even the anime came out, I think me and Drew discussed this about like, hey, have you seen? This only got released monthly, and that was the bullshit thing about it because it only got and it was like 6 pages or 12 pages.
At the
He
time, I
moves-
heard they were just like graphics, like something he just
He's
doodled
moving
together,
from
right?
one end to the other, and that was a whole month's worth.
But like I said, you can definitely judge an anime based on its manga and how great the manga, or just the style of art as well. I feel like the same thing happened with Dr. Stone. Like, yes, this guy, the artist, he has multiple other art like works as well, but it's
That
the style.
one that is
Yeah.
their signature. Right, Kubo. Like Bleach, literally, but tell me something.
I know Kishimoto has a new one that was Samurai,
Oh, they
Samurai
look just
8
like
or something.
looks
that.
just like Naruto.
Yeah, there's definitely some Naruto-esque. I've never touched it.
It's just their style, so I don't.
like it's their
But then it's too like similar.
Like
That's-
Hajime Isayama, AOT. We talking about a legitimate a titan. Last 5-10 years. I feel like
Yeah.
between that and the Kanabari, whatever that
Cabaneri.
train one?
and Cabaneri, yeah, the zombie train one.
I don't know.
I love the zombie
I thought it was
train one.
good, but I don't think it was.
It had that steampunk feel. Right? Like you could tell that was definitely Yama.
Like they definitely got a good. Because it looked pretty good.
You guys like it when I know we're kind of jumping, but does the value of an anime or your respect for anime decline when the CGI mixed in with the actual like the hand drawn animation? Does
I don't
that
think so.
does
Like
that ruin the
2D
quality?
to 3D?
Yeah.
I
I hate it. I don't like it.
depends.
Like
Yeah.
Berserk.
hate it, but it is the way. I feel like that's the.
I think
For
it
me,
depends.
it's
I think
unwatchable.
if it's
Like if
smooth,
it's well done,
yeah.
then it's good.
That's like I watch
but
Berserk.
Yeah, the
It
immersion,
hurts
right?
my eyes. It's
Yeah.
like, this is not anime. This is
It's just that.
It's like watching a Chinese
yeah.
cartoon.
hand on us.
Like,
But I feel
even
like
then,
that's what they're gonna do.
But
Even
again,
then, though,
like the
like,
King's Avatar.
like Naruto.
Trash.
book
We
is
want to talk
skinny.
about real trash. My goodness. I don't even want to talk about that.
You gotta read the
why are you
novel.
so triggered?
Because I only watch it based on people's opinions. And I'm like,
Did
this
you
shit is
watch it?
trash.
You watch the anime or the live action?
The live action is pretty good. The anime, I'm gonna say, we'll give that.
Have you seen
negative points.
Lord? It's like a movie. It's like of Dude, here, let's
sound like
look it
you're gonna
up.
get somewhere.
You have your phone. Just pull it out.
It's literally like all CGI.
No, what
and
movie?
Well, like
it was
subtle
actually,
CGI would be like cars in the background, right? People walking. I think if it's done really well, and then but we're talking about full CGI. I don't know.
Oh, Legend of Ravaging
if they're just blending it, I think that's probably the way to go. I mean, they're doing it no matter
It's literally
what.
all CGI.
The full CG ones
like
are
even the
weird,
characters
but I
are
think
CGI's up
if
like,
done
the
right,
actors.
alright.
That's weird.
It's just that
It was
first
interesting
episode
when
you
I
have to
watched
get through,
it.
I think.
Oh.
I think a lot of people are just
It's just
like
fun or not.
Initial D was really good. You know, it's just like
You're
only
biased.
certain anime.
Yeah.
You know, you can
You're
agree though, right?
biased.
If it was done in like the traditional way, I don't think it would.
Best one I ever seen. Very first I ever noticed. It's a good one. You guys
Well,
Eros.
The girl.
sounds familiar.
I guess
They're all-
Here,
they're all birds,
let me
right?
look it up.
Yeah,
I'll
birds.
phone for you.
like
the-
each city they have their own like
It's
protector
like a
or guardian.
guardian.
Your phone even.
It's a really unique
I'm
story.
sorry, my screen is so dark.
I played the fighting game.
I
There's,
like my eyeballs.
I didn't know
not
that
have
fighting
green.
game.
Well, it's Sunday versus Tatsunoko. They'll have like
Oh.
Karis.
Yeah,
They'll have
Carl's- I remember that. Yeah, he
fuck,
was in
who's
there.
the other guy? The
It's pretty good.
Cashern,
Oh,
Cash
Cashin.
Sins, you know.
Mm.
They have like all
Looks
these characters
familiar.
fighting each other.
I
It's
know.
pretty
It's
good.
pretty good.
But yeah, this one it's 6 episodes. They just split to 2 movies.
He's badass as hell.
And
It's
Sing has
He's got
his
a sword, too, I
action
think.
figure.
great animation. I love the
Sing
story
has
in
his
there.
action figure. It's literally
Great
like
soundtrack
this
too.
big.
Yeah.
But
It's not the one where the guy turns into like he has like golden armor. It's like a lion. You guys know what anime
It
that's
sounds like Saint
Oh,
Seiya.
Golden
shit.
armor
No, no,
with the lion.
Saint Seiya.
No, it's
Seiya's
not Saint
that
Seiya.
one.
It
Wait,
looks
wait,
like this too. It was
Is
an
it
anime.
Garo?
Oh, going
Yeah,
on?
Garo. Yeah.
Garo?
Garo. You guys never seen
Cut
the?
that out.
I know what you're talking about.
explained.
Though. Like very like detailed golden lion armor. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like, isn't it like Lion Fist too or
Yeah.
something?
So it reminds me of that because there's a character in there that has like a black wolf armor, almost similar.
It
to
just
that.
seems like it's that style. Like 2000 style. I hated it.
What's 2000?
Like the really big eyes and the really sharp stuff. It just looks really.
talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is its own
Somebody's triggered.
I like Yu-Gi-Oh for what it was, man. I thought it was good.
You said
Hey,
sharp chin and big eyes. I can
Yu-Gi-Oh
tell
is
you.
a classic. Okay,
Yeah.
you can deny it all you want, but it's a classic.
It's still
Yeah,
good.
they really
Andrew,
went
just
all
stop.
out there.
Stop, Andrew.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the new Yu-Gi-Oh 7s?
I know.
No.
I
It's,
stopped
seven.
watching
it's,
it.
it's like
after,
stop. Stop.
Wait, you
So-
made it seem bad.
So there's a lot of hate for Pokemon Sun and Moon when it first came out because it was the first time where I think Pokemon went
yeah.
the route of like a comedy more than like a serious show. And and so the art style has
That's what Ash
changed. It has definitely changed for that show specifically. And if you watch the trailer, play it at a later time, but it looks very kiddish. It doesn't even
Even
look
more
like
than Sun and Moon?
it-
Oh wait,
it-
we are talking.
yeah, or, from all the Yu-Gi-Ohs and how it's been so serious till now, direction looks like it's totally gone. It's taken a 180. Yeah, it's
Really?
probably more geared towards
So,
the younger audience.
So,
for
are
sure.
they
Little
taking it
trailer.
out of the Marvel book?
I think it's almost kind of like how you would compare to what's that big
Yu-Gi-Oh's in Marvel.
that big anime in that like the
The
biggest
detective one.
no
Detective
it's
Conan?
almost like Pokemon, but it's
That's
more
still a good
popular than Pokemon. It has
Card-
like the
card
spirits. No, it has the spirits and
Card-
no.
Spirits. There's a lot of spirits.
Oh, that sounds.
Bigger than Pokemon.
Yeah,
There's nothing bigger.
Oh, I know. Does it look dorky?
super dorky. My eyes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
JoJo's.
Dude, it's
spirits, bro.
They look
JoJo's
super
Bizarre
dorky.
Adventure.
I forgot what they're called though. I think Yoki.
Yokai,
Oh,
Yokai,
Yokai.
Watch, yes,
Oh,
yes,
the yokai one.
yeah, Yokai
Yeah.
Watch, where it's very
I thought the thing was dead.
Super kid.
No, I haven't heard about it in years.
in the West. In the West, is not as popular, right? But in Japan, there's multiple religions and all these like deities and maybe these cryptids or whatever, right? So I think it has more of appeal in Japan than it would here out in the West. And then I've been told that video game sales and just merchandise in general does way better than Pokemon.
I don't know. Well,
Well, I
probably
guess
like
appeals
the
more to
recent
the main
years.
Just in
character that
Japan, though?
appeals.
I believe, yeah, in Japan.
Definitely not popular. You guys ever seen the no, number 2
Gundam
Star Wars?
in
But-
Japan.
No, just overall.
Oh,
What's the
Well,
rate?
Pokemon's like 3 times farther ahead than Star Wars.
oh yeah.
Crazy. It's like
That's because Pokemon
100 billion or
appeals
something crazy like that.
to like little
old.
children and like
Well,
us.
grown adults like
These
this.
are little children.
It has a wide
Wow.
age range. I mean,
it
Star
pierced
Wars
the
kind of
heart.
does
It's
too,
never going
but
away.
It appeals to the kids, but
Take the money.
I'm
Most
buying
money
all
out.
the Pokemon cards at the stores.
Well, I guess it's all the kids nowadays because it's nostalgia. That's why
They're banking on that.
Yeah.
That's the feel too.
Well, I think I was watching like a video today about My Hero Academia, right?
trash. But
Wow.
It's not that
You're just
bad.
mad, bro.
okay.
oh, triggered.
Go ahead.
You are never gonna get that one for all, bro.
You got that all for one.
So
There's that meme. I remember the girl one.
I gotta pop that up in the video clip.
So he's doing like a video documentary, and he's talking about how I think it appeals, shows like that appeal to so many people and so many varying ages and audiences because, it inspires hope, right? And things as simple as Pokemon and as simple as battling or like grinding to get to the Pokemon League. It honestly it helps it helps people maybe are coming from outside of the day-to-day work, and it gives them something to look forward to.
I'm just like, so all right, let's change. Unless you guys want to save this for the next one, just like let's say top 3. Yeah, that's saying it's pretty hard.
Let's say
Top
that for
5 would
next
be
week.
easier.
I don't
Conversation
even
because
have top
I
five.
gotta look back on all these animes and say,
Yeah.
what did I watch? What do I
I've
remember?
seen too many.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these animes I've seen, I don't remember what happened. That
Or like
Kinda
you
sucks.
just see the picture, you're like, yeah, I watched that.
Gotta really stand out for it.
But in high school though, what do you guys remember binging either all at once or waiting every week for?
I did everything me, it was definitely. That was around when
yeah, it was Death Note, Naruto, One Piece, Garbage
Internet back
Reborn,
then.
but
I didn't have your friend's
Yeah.
internet back then.
Hey, y'all true Dragon Ball Z fan. You guys would have to.
I had to wake up
VHS
at-
with the covers,
I
making
had to
the
wake
pictures.
up at 6 o'clock to watch DBZ.
You don't have-
Oh shit, I remember that.
That's
the
right,
funny ones
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, if
That's
you guys real
right.
fans, you guys
Oh,
would watch
Tenchi
it
Muyo too
VHS.
was on Toonami.
Yeah, VHS.
Code
Yeah.
Geass.
I didn't have that.
It was all about collecting each
Togekiss.
videotape so
Yo.
you can complete the picture.
What was on Adult
Inuyasha?
No, I had never
Yeah.
watched
I've
that.
never watched it.
I've never watched
It's-
it.
What about Rurouni Kenshin?
Oh yeah,
That
Rurouni
was a good
Kenshin.
too.
Never
Yeah.
watched it. Never
Oh,
watched
I
it
wa-
either, but-
Oh my god, totally forgot
Bleach,
about
I forgot
that
Bleach
one.
as well. Yeah, Bleach.
So I'll say hands on this, right? Bleach, I was more hooked on Bleach when it first came out than Naruto, and I never understood the Naruto hype until way later on. I think it was until Shippuden came out. It wasn't until after Sasuke left the village, and then I started watching parts and bits of the Naruto, the Genians, right? Genians, right? They weren't Chunins, they were Genians, right?
Was
Yeah.
it that?
But yeah, honestly, for me, Bleach hooked me in right away, and I didn't even know that that vampire arc was filler, because I was just
Oh,
that's
the,
how pumped I was to watch
the
Bleach.
Boruto?
Yeah, that's how much I was pumped to see Bleach every week.
I really think out of all the animes, I
The
really
Boruto
enjoyed
arc.
watching Bleach. the
Mini
most.
fillers.
I think especially during that time.
Not as biased as you. I like things.
Yeah, I liked them back then, but nowadays it's like it's okay.
But did they not set the standard, the bar for all other animes that were to come here?
I think
West.
that's those three animes were the
How not
major
to make an
animes
anime.
for everyone. Go to any convention, top 10 animes of the season. You're definitely gonna see Naruto. Please, please.
It was always top.
We're always top.
It wasn't until I think honestly, Dragon Ball for me didn't really pop back in until I was a thing, and then just recently it was really big because I was never a fan of GT. I never watched GT. I just remember everybody saying, "Oh, Dragon Ball GT," right?
It's not canon, but I watch all the episodes.
Oh yeah.
I like,
It was something to watch after
Yeah.
Z.
yeah.
Basically.
By default.
But it was so good.
It was
I
a
like
garbage.
the ending.
They
It
probably
was
could have
good.
executed it a lot better.
Yeah,
with
like-
how the Dragon
I
Balls
feel
went
like they
evil.
rushed it though.
Because all the wishes,
Yeah.
brought all the negative energies in there.
It's a good
It makes
concept,
sense. Yeah, it just didn't really execute that.
This fight
It was
was
really
pretty cool.
badass when the first.
That scene and
Oh,
9:15 at One Piece
Can
kind of
you
reminded
just stop, bro?
it kind of
What happened? They fused or something?
No, it kind of reminded me of like Shenron, like just the dragon, because Kaido
Can we get a close up
It
of
is-
Andrew's face?
is dragon. It is a dragon, and it kind of
Look
reminded me
at-
of Shenron. I was like, holy crap!
Something just big.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Pop up out of
I
nowhere.
don't
Yeah.
have all this freedom for the next 2 weeks to watch shit, man.
Why? What do you do at work?
Yeah, what are you doing Thursday and Friday when we
Work
get back to
hard,
work?
Whoa. Let's not wrap
We
it
got a
out
smash
yet.
tournament.
Yeah.
We got a smash tournament to. I got a smash tournament to win. So
Wow.
I'm just saying. Spoiler
So,
for sure.
let me spoil some more shit. What happened? You gotta read it.
It definitely
You
wants
can't
me
read it.
piques my interest to go back and watch it again, or
Oh, it's,
read it
it's
again.
really good now.
there's
Stop being
been
really slow.
a lot of. It's definitely picking up.
That movie.
I think it's the movie, yeah, Stampede.
Did you guys go watch
What?
it?
Whoa.
You're the one that said it was
Whoa.
good. How did you not say that?
I saw. I think and that's like I have no real emotional investment in that because I've never watched One Piece till now,
But it,
and I can understand that there is some very tear jerking moments, but
Not a real fan, guys.
yeah, I don't.
It's
I'm
alright.
not
His
a fan of
opinion
One
shouldn't
Piece.
matter to you.
I'm not a fan of One Piece, but not that. Never finish off.
No, the manga that continued.
So the
that
manga
was done.
is done,
Mhm.
and it kind of just ended up.
Really?
They had kids, right?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil
So
it.
it's like
Wait, what?
Naruto.
I don't want to spoil it.
So ends over Rukia.
Really?
No.
Wait, wasn't this the saddle or that was?
Jimmy, why don't you go on
What's
your
that,
tangent about why
He's not
Ichigo
black.
So-
should
I
know you're gonna
end
say
up with
black.
where
He's
he
not
is?
black.
He's Mexican.
He's Mexican. Su abuela.
Yeah. No, man. When he says "La muerte," bro, he said you're dead.
My mind, it was like a black Mexican in my
Yeah.
mind.
I thought he was black all this time.
It's okay, you look
What?
like you're Mexican too. So.
Woo! Yeah, but so who did he hook up?
Okay.
Nobody.
No
So for me, it's always been and will always be
No.
Team Ichigo and Orihime.
I don't
He's the
feel
only
that.
one.
I
I don't ship it,
Okay.
bro.
It's just
There's that one scene. I'm not gonna remember what episode, but if a girl comes before you, and
While you're
and
sleeping?
she tells you that if I could live 5 different lives, and we lived in 5 different
See,
towns,
Like,
I would
Jimmy
still.
wants-
Whoa,
I
He
would
wants
still
that
love you.
line.
Yeah.
what scene was this?
It was right before.
Right
It was
before-
right before.
Right
right
before
before
she got
yeah,
kidnapped.
cuffed by
Yeah.
the green dude.
Orokia.
Okiora.
The whole
Two different
anime
versions.
started off with him trying to save Rukia. So it only makes sense that.
But
it's the way
you
she
look
goes.
back in all the flashbacks, it's always been Renji and
I'm only happy because Renji got with Rukia. That's it. That's the only reason. Because he was gonna
No.
cut himself.
No, seriously though, because they grew up in Soul Society together. They're those little poor kids, and then they got into, and then she got adopted into that noble family, and then Renji had to make his way up and prove himself. The vice captain, vice Taicho. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's how you're supposed to pronounce.
It's like who's Taicho or something? Yeah.
So did they ever explain Ichigo's like origins? Like, is he Quincy House?
He's
He's
like-
slash slash?
everything.
He's everything.
Mhm.
Explain
See,
Literally
that's-
everything.
They explained the last
That's
episode.
how you should not end an anime.
Well,
There
hey,
is
you have
a
to be the
YouTube
strongest person
video
ever.
where somebody explained.
Is Aizen still alive?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
He's too good.
He can be
is
killed.
too
Kill
OP.
him, man.
Then who's the strongest? Is it Aizen or is it Ichigo then?
Aizen.
It's Aizen.
No, it's Ichigo.
Ichigo never beat Aizen though. That's why he's still alive.
He let him live.
He weakened him.
Man, that's
Weakened him.
He whooped his ass so bad that the Hugya, you know,
You see how triggered.
Yeah.
Well, if you give Aizen 1,000, because that's where Ichigo said he trained for 1,000 years, right? In that
That
little,
time chamber, we call
with
that
the
space, that
trains.
dimension, that dimension.
yeah, that little
took it
yeah,
from
subdimension.
DBZ.
Remember what they
literally
call
just
it,
copy
but-
hyperbolic time chamber shit.
They took it from
Yeah.
DBZ.
It worked for them. Let's use it.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you got hit with the Mugetsu, bro, it's over, man.
You
It's
get
done. His final Getsuga Tensho, bro.
That was pretty badass.
Yeah, it's mad fire, man.
But he still didn't kill.
No, but here's the
Aizen,
thing.
though.
He wasn't at full power because he didn't even have all his other powers. Technically.
Yeah,
His Quincy
Ichigo.
powers.
Wait, so I saw something the other day.
That's because
And the
before
River
it
Fighter.
was
Spoilers.
not added in.
No.
So hey, your mom was a
Go watch
Quincy,
Bleach,
by the
guys.
way.
Go.
Wait,
Well,
hold
I
on.
didn't know
Tell me,
Wait,
tell me.
what's
the new Ichigo is like stronger than the old Ichigo.
He's basically Ishida 2.0. After Ishida lost his Quincy.
This guy? The little,
Ishida
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah,
Fake
yeah.
Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
Sasuke.
Yeah.
No, you guys
But
know that
since
the
he's
voice
the-
actor, he is Sasuke's
Yeah.
voice
That's
actor.
why
Right?
he's
he?
fake
Yeah.
Sasuke.
He said fake.
I haven't kept up.
No,
Past
Bleach
5
is
years.
Bleach is good. And what I've been told,
got
Shueisha, the equivalent to Shonen Jump here, in America, told Taikubo, hey, get your stuff together. And if you're not gonna come out with chapters fast enough, end your series. And I feel like a lot of people, especially like Taikubo and Kishimoto, they've been overworked, right? So they're just trying to get something out every week, and it just ruins either the quality or the pacing of the anime and or the manga.
I feel like even if the made a name for votes,
I could do this.
yeah, they should be able to hear themselves.
But I think his everything's all still copyrighted under the,
Oh,
the parent company,
that's-
so he can't even take his own characters or his story with him after. So, you could create Mickey Mouse, but now Mickey Mouse isn't even yours anymore, right? Imagine that dude who created some mouse. Ooh, 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 ooh. Didn't even think much of it, right? Right? Didn't think much of it, and now
Money's money,
yeah.
Walt Disney.
Who even knows? Like, who really did create Mickey Mouse? Right? It's always associated with Walt Disney, but the poor bastard who made him into life. Who's gonna
But what
remember
if it
him?
was Walt Disney?
Walt Disney's still alive.
Man, give credit.
Uh,
Just kidding.
body's frozen in Disney.
His head's been chopped out, right? In a cryo
You guys
chamber
ever heard that?
somewhere.
Yeah, I heard
There's
that.
a Disney vault where they.
That's the I heard about the vault too, where
A physical copy of it.
oh well, patch.
Saw the trailer for Moon. Looks pretty good.
Live
I haven't
action?
seen it, so
Mhm.
Live action.
Definitely my.
Yeah, there's
Already.
people.
Because it's not your tradition.
No,
live
it,
action
it's
with-
not
with
that.
no
it's
sing-
it's
singing.
the
What was the reason?
actress. It's based on the actress. That commotion.
From Hong Kong.
Well,
From Hong-
she's not really like she's
but she's gonna get it bad if she said.
well, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
people are.
You're damned if you do. You
anything at all. Get paid and then say something.
Because they're never gonna make a sequel live action. It was really bad.
Never
Nothing
seen
as
it.
good as the
Never seen
first
it.
one.
I think it's a direct to home.
She get
She's,
married.
no, she's
The three friends find.
they marry or they get princesses.
I'm just
Shut
saying.
up.
it just makes me remember. Oh hell no! I know who you are, King. Mulan's three friends. We'll leave that story for another time.
Oh man.
Anytime to say that, it's just.
One thing, there's a lot of animes out there too, like that just play with your mind, or like you don't know what's really going on. Gantz.
I like
Guns.
Gantz.
It's
I
weird.
watched the first live action.
I've never
one,
seen it.
which
Yeah,
I
I've
thought
seen the
was-
live action
yeah.
movie.
It
I
was
was
pretty
like,
There's
good. I liked
3
it,
of them,
though.
I believe.
they have so many live action movies based on anime. Never seen before. You off an anime. Then
Unless
later on,
it's
you're like,
really
oh wait,
terrible.
this is based on anime.
Same thing with anime though. Like literally all of them are based on. Half the time you don't know that.
That's true.
Or there's manga that's based on.
There's
anime
only
that's
It's
some
not
like
of the
that
original.
Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise.
The Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Yeah, it just yeah.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah, so what anime is that? Was that based
That was a
on?
manga.
That's a manga.
Yeah.
It was a short manga, but it was pretty good.
They got the rights, or they literally just
I don't know how they got it.
copy paste.
But I heard it varied, quite a bit from how the character and the girl that's whoever Emily Blunt's that varies quite a lot. I think there's definitely some liberties to take, when you're adapting straight, copycat from the manga.
Hey,
It's an anime.
Let's bring this full circle back. Action. What's your
Well,
view? Because
I haven't seen
Jimmy
it,
is
so-
I said
a
everything
shipper of the canon relationship of Ichigo
Whoa.
and Orihime.
He gets it in with Ruki.
No.
Orihime has like no screen.
That's
And-
fine.
and-
She doesn't deserve
They-
any. All
they-
she does is moan, dude. You can't even watch that shit in public, man. You were thinking
What,
watching
what,
hentai or
does
something,
she?
dude.
Does she just moan all day?
Yeah, she's like,
No, she
I
does
can't even make-
not.
I-
No, she goes.
I can't even. Oh.
So Jimmy, what are your views on the live action?
It's the same way I feel about the live action Attack of Titan, right? It's just
I never
They got
watched it.
helicopter and tanks.
I haven't seen that one. Oh,
Wait,
God.
Yeah,
what?
It's terrible.
I couldn't bring
Sounds
myself to
horrible.
watch.
Is it that bad?
They have tanks.
I
Dude.
heard it was really, really bad.
It's terrible. Literally, the giants were just giant people. So I don't know whatever
Like
CG,
8-foot people?
whatever CG they did, it was just like
garbage.
weird, man.
I was like, who did it?
They're
Was
just
it
trying
American
to,
anime?
they're just trying to milk the
So-
money. It was a Japanese
'cause-
movie, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, because Attack on Titan was fire.
Yeah, it
So
was-
far, they're
They're
like,
trying
hey,
to
That's
get
what I like.
anything.
we're gonna make a live adaptation movie right away.
well, it's the same thing, right? Like they didn't even have Levi in there. They had to have some guy who was supposed to be the Levi equivalent, right? I know that people like Melissa. I'm sorry. Like how do you feel about that? Somebody who's so has played such a major role in the anime or in the manga, but has no love. Who it doesn't make sense for him not to be live action.
Well, I don't know if I can really. Haven't seen live action of it, but
Well,
I will
it's-
say that Levi plays such a.
I wouldn't.
It's Armin.
Aren't mean. All I know is that he died at the end.
Did he?
Not the live action. I'm
Oh,
saying
was it
about the
live
manga.
action?
On the anime, I was like, oh, that's
No.
Spoilers.
Did he die?
Stop. Stop.
Did he die?
Hey.
I saw.
Die.
Stop.
He
Yes, we're doing spoilers.
So I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I told Andrew, it's the end of an
Andrew
era.
does not want to hear these spoilers.
When is he
Because
ever gonna
he,
watch
he
it?
only watches anime.
Yeah, I'm
he
waiting for
doesn't
the anime
read
to
it. You gotta read
release.
it.
I
It's
think
so
we have
good
across
right
the
now.
line where no spoilers.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
let's
because,
not.
We're technically spoiling stuff.
Well,
for
we're
other
talking
people,
about
right?
anime.
But,
we're not
but
talking
between
about
us
the
though,
manga,
like
so-
Okay, yeah,
it's
so
something
we
we've
talk about
seen.
anime. I'm-
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about just keep it to anime
So-
spoilers because that thing.
I'll
The
let-
manga
Watch
is like.
anime.
That's
Sorry,
their
Tim.
fault.
all I want to say is this, right?
But I
It's,
read it, so I'm technically ahead of you guys.
You're missing the voice acting.
Do you want me to spoil it for you?
Tomodachi.
so for you guys who still watch anime, right? I don't know if there's any more
Or who
reading.
only
Can we just get a raise of hands who still watch animes? I want to know.
Hey, majority. That's 4 out.
You just watch One Piece. So you gotta raise your hand.
I don't even think I watch them.
Doesn't
Like,
matter. You still.
no, I
watch
haven't
it.
like keep up with anime like weekly. Like I'm gonna watch anime.
I
You
don't
know, I know
either.
you're lying, bro. Your sisters say, "What does King do every day?" He just stays in his room watching. I know you're lying,
Yeah, he's
man.
probably watching hentai.
You must be doing something online.
I know you're lying, bro.
You watching Black Bible?
No,
It's Bible Black.
Oh, my bad.
Boku no
The
Pico.
only reason I know is because during, in high school, that was the fire thing to talk about. Because if you watch that shit, I was like, damn, you.
So you.
Yeah, my friend sent it to me, so I
You
watched
watch
it. And I was like, whoa.
You know what's the weirdest part? You went to MPS, where it's you're predominantly the only Asian there.
Remember, watching anime back then was like weird shit to do. Now, if you don't watch it, you're the weird one. At least like Dragon Ball Super. Or something. Everyone watches
I still
anime
don't.
now.
I still hate the.
What? I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, I thought the last arc was pretty good.
I mean the animation wise.
Well, how much did you watch of it?
I haven't finished it.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
Because I watched so much Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. It's like, why did you guys downgrade your animation style?
I wouldn't say down.
Because the animators all died.
Damn.
Just kidding.
damn.
I'm
Hey,
pretty sure they changed
God bless
animators.
those people.
so-
Poor
Yeah,
souls.
God bless those
I hope
people.
got
They
paid
brought.
for those.
It's like like the new Pokemon,
Oh,
new
God.
Pokemon episodes, right? Where you notice where Ash looks uglier.
He looks different.
Yeah, that's what Jim
Yeah,
was going.
but
Yeah,
that's
dude,
that's
talking
the
about that.
direction they're
Like, the
going. though.
direction.
It's like,
Well, I think even what's
that's what they did with Super too.
well, what's saying I've definitely noticed, or I've definitely watched videos where the weekly releases of the anime are done very fast. But if you go and support anime at a later time by purchasing
Hey guys,
the
stop
Blu-ray,
streaming. Stop
the
streaming.
Blu-ray, or watching in high def, whether it be on Crunchyroll, whatever services, right? They do put more attention to the detail, but it's not something that you as just a casual watcher would see with the naked eye.
That's just the nature of the anime.
Right.
Manga, anime, same. Definitely tell.
And so I'm saying if you go back and purchase the high def images, you
Let
could
us know
probably
your
you could
opinion.
probably see and appreciate the quality of the anime, because there's definitely been complaints about that more and more recently, from what I understand.
Only in the beginning though.
They did the
Terrible.
reverse effect of One Piece. The animation One Piece got. Like, you know how you guys say it was so goofy, but now it's actually like it's really
very
watchable.
fluid and
Yeah.
everything.
Like the
so.
first.
It's like,
episode
hey,
was
let's sharpen
what?
his jawline up a little more. Let's put some
Yeah.
abs on him.
Give him a jawline. I think.
I like the Korean.
Well, they
Weird.
can't stick to what they've always been doing. You don't like anything, man. What do you like?
Just hentai.
I like to read. I like to read my novels. But
Novel
that's
person.
that's a
He reads
different time of
books.
topic, a different podcast I'll be part of.
You would be the only one
That's a different
talking
group
for
of
that
people
one.
to talk about.
Tim doesn't. Tim trying to persuade Tim to read these Chinese novels or
Which
Korean
one?
novels.
You tried
Which
to
one?
persuade me to read it.
What?
Like books, like physical.
You can buy ebooks of them.
It's not a
Support
physical
them.
book.
Support.
Hey, I supported
We're
them.
blind.
I supported them
I'm
via
blind, okay?
Patreon.
I
Yeah.
can't blame you. You supported
I
them.
supported
so.
them via
That's true.
Patreon. I just wanted those extra chapters. It was like a drug. Like once you start getting these chapters and releases, it's like a daily drug. You
Dude,
you
you're like,
have to have it every morning,
you're
every
like
day.
daddy.
Like every
It's so bad.
every morning, I have to read these 2 chapters.
He's
if
addicted
it's not,
to
if it's
porn,
not there,
guys.
I'm just like,
Got tapped
Man.
the vein a little bit. And
I'm just like,
feeling
I'm
it.
feeding it. I'm over like,
He's
you guys got the
Scratching
good
his
stuff?
Got any more chapters?
Hey, it's a new day, huh?
Yeah, it's like a new day. It's 8 o'clock. There should be 2 new chapters by now.
Sun's out. Sun's been up for 4 hours now.
No, there's a lot of people who like the chapters don't get released. people get complaining like, "Hey, where's it at?"
Well, if you donate money, I'd understand.
Well, it's like this, where I talk to King all the time, and it could be, for me, it was Game of Thrones, whether it be theory crafting or somebody in the community going out of their own way to make their own works. I feel like there's definitely some times where self works that are pay respect to the original source material almost become better than what's actually published for the next entire book altogether, right? And what are they I can't if it's created by somebody within the community, fanfics, right? It's almost just as fire or even more fire than source material.
Yep, but there's definitely a few where I read fan fiction. I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
Or when like they.
I had a phase where
totally
I
see
read a
this
lot of
happening.
fan fiction stuff, like a lot of fan fiction stuff, and it was pretty good. Like I remember just start reading original
Why
works.
you shake your head?
No, because it's like
No, because
I hate
such a hater.
because they spoil a lot for you.
no, they go off their own tangent, blah blah. But then it kind of introduced me to original works. People actually made legit stories, and you're like, oh crap, you never find them because they're on WordPress or something. But
That's true.
yeah, but it's like, wow, this is pretty good stuff. It's like there is more stuff out there than just your mainstream everything ideas. Like, it's all right,
Yeah.
I like these fans. Gets you a whole new door. That's why when I started reading,
That's
I
why
just
you're
got
addicted.
hooked because there's so much more out there.
And these are light novels, right? Not manga.
Yeah, light
Yeah, they're just
novels,
straight up
or
Text.
Words.
or like
No
there's-
pictures.
there's-
No pictures.
yeah, it's not even Japanese novels. Because Japanese novels have animation, not animation, but like covers,
Mhm.
and they have to show the images and all that stuff.
Maybe.
Like I was reading Irrefute or whatever, and then next thing you know, it's the bunny girl and the guy that fell. In the
Nick and Joe. Well, tell me you went with them.
No.
You lied. I know you did. You did. I can see it in
He
your
went
face.
through by himself and then ended up heating me.
Hey guys, hey.
no, but
He went with a trench coat and everything.
but it's like one of those like reading it exposed me to all this stuff before it even became mainstream popular.
So how do you guys feel when?
Damn it.
How do you guys feel when you guys because for myself, I know I'm through and through. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to anime stuff. Right? I only watch what's hype and what's popular mainstream. But I feel like when I talk to you guys and gals,
Guys, it's fine.
it always comes down to this, right? You guys talk about things that maybe a year out, a year and a half out, and at that time it doesn't. To me it sounds just kind of like murmurings or whisperings of that may or may not be a thing, years later. And all of a sudden it seems like that's what it was when I heard you guys talk about Attack on Titan or One Punch Man. These are things that you guys kept to yourselves, and years later when it became
No.
mainstream, you guys are so upset, right?
No, no. See, for Attack on Titan, me saying we watched it as an anime. I read it because
You read it when it first came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read it when it first came out too. Really good, like.
King hates it because
I don't like.
illustrations.
Yeah, I don't like the illustrations. I don't like that type of.
It has a lot of text too.
I don't like that type of genre of like this main horror. Not horror, but more like gory
Gory?
stuff. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't.
I think I'm the
Yeah.
only one here that loves bad endings. No, I'm serious.
I think you need to see a psychiatrist.
No, like I hate.
What's wrong with you?
It's not that I don't like good endings, but I
So,
like
so
it when it
endings
throws
like
you for
endings
a
like,
wall.
Oh, you mean you like
Soul Eater.
the unexpected?
Yeah, like
Agame got killed.
yeah, like that. Like okay,
That was-
Like,
this guy's the main
everybody
character, and then this guy
died.
fuck, that was sweet, bro.
I was like,
Like because it
You're
just
weird.
it completely just
You're
threw a
weird.
but I'm like, whoa, that's the first time, like, one of the first time it's
No, like I was pretty
No,
shocked.
because you're right. Because
Yeah,
they're
'cause,
saying
like,
Listen,
whoa,
like we were
they
watching
don't
it.
have
I was
the-
like, oh, he
they
got
don't-
his gold armor.
You don't have
Dragon
the
Wing
Yeah,
plane
he's
armor.
gonna beat him. Also,
Oh, great! Look, giant robot falling
everybody
down.
dies. Everybody
It's
dies.
called- then
Next
there's a
bunch
person
of people
died.
there he
Next
has to
person
save.
died.
You don't like the plot
Plot
armor
twist.
Well,
because you already know that guy will never die. Your main character will never ever
'Cause,
die.
yes, there's only so many ways you could make anime, right? And small things like that was different.
So there's
That's like in time.
That's actually.
A lot
I'm
of
surprised the
people
first time
like
we heard the name
Gintama.
tonight.
Yeah, I know. I thought he was.
Yeah.
I thought he was
I
just
don't know
like.
who these
He's
damn people
always dick
'cause I've
riding
never
man.
met any
No.
of
I'm
these
surprised that's
people.
not your number one.
I thought he was like Gintama
That's
the
top
first
three.
thing.
A lot of people like Gintama. It's. I think it's more of.
I can't wait next week until
Well, I'm gonna say this now. I probably won't have a top.
I probably won't have a top.
Yeah, I've seen.
You only have a week to research, so.
Oh,
get on
I'm
it.
not doing the research.
just
for
pick
that.
3 you like.
Yeah, I feel like
There's too
this
many.
week's the format or like the flow of the conversations. We're a little bit over the place, but
It is.
we'll find our
We'll
pacing.
work on it.
And I want to
Hey, that means we can still do a segment on
Yeah.
what anime made us.
it's totally cool.
Completely missed the question.
But we're talking about animes that have literally like just crushes your soul at the end, and I know
Like, yeah,
Crush.
and I know I'm the only person here who actually openly talks about or likes Gundam. But if you
I
guys,
like
No one says
Gundam
they-
too.
they
I
like
have never
Gundam.
said that I did.
if you guys have watched or have watched or will be watching Iron Blooded Orphans,
It's terrible.
yeah, it's definitely it's one of those things where
It's on
it
my
put a
list.
bad taste in my mouth and how things kind of transpired. But there's a lot of people who feel like it's written very well, right? So I think the writers Hajime Omoshida. Oh no, yeah,
Say it with an accent.
I think you already did.
Omoshida.
That's a Korean accent.
Hajime
And I believe it's a girl who writes it, but the way that she kind of ties things up at the end,
Wait, it's a girl that writes
I think it's a girl. I was just reading.
What's
something
wrong
on it.
with you?
No, I'm just saying. It's
You know who
Are
very
you
wrote-
rare.
sexist?
You know who wrote Full Alchemist?
Yes.
A girl.
Damn.
Wow.
They make shitty
Yeah,
anime.
you know, like,
about that.
Just like Iron
Wow.
Blooded Orphans.
I'm not a fan of FM.
What?
See,
I tried Brotherhood.
You watch too much
good,
hentai, man.
but I don't see why it's one of the best
Yeah.
ever.
Everyone
It's good.
says
Yeah.
this
I
is a
don't-
must
I don't
watch
think
anime.
it's
No,
the
they're
best.
saying
I tried to watch Brotherhood. I just could. I got
I think
2
it's
episodes
good,
in, and I
but
was like,
it's
I'm
really
It's
good,
done.
but
good.
to consider
It's
like
good.
one
It's
of the
good,
best
but it's not
ever,
the
I don't know.
best.
Just like people say Cowboy Bebop.
I
See
don't
it in
even
it.
Been tried that way
remember
with
I've
what it's
seen
about.
clips here and there, but I
I've
never.
watched
I'm
it.
like,
It's
I've
not as
seen
good
it,
as
but I
people
don't
say.
remember what.
I've seen-
Like,
But
the
I do
details.
enjoy Full Alchemist, bro.
It was
Yeah,
good.
it
It was
was
much
good.
better
Storyline's
than
good.
Full Metal Alchemist.
You finish it. It's good how they bring everything together.
See, it's not like the other one. They
Just a regular Full Metal
who
Alchemist.
doesn't die? The original one.
Hughes me. Dies in the.
Because in Brotherhood, he goes back in time.
No,
The first one? No, that was the movie.
this
Yeah, I
does
was
not
like,
go back
that's
in
the
time.
movie.
I'm like, what?
Well, I can't. My opinion really doesn't matter because I haven't watched anime in a while, so I don't have that interest.
Maybe you
when I
should.
catch-
I think like that's like back then. I think I would have really enjoyed it. Now it's just like
I mean-
everything's so slow.
I mean, I like
have
it
time to
because
spare?
they bring a lot of like modern.
It's good.
I don't know. Maybe this 2 weeks of P2, I can try to binge watch some Brotherhood.
Are you gonna spend a week binging
You
again?
can watch it in like 2 days.
Like
It's
60,
only like-
60 some episodes.
No, it's only like 36 or something.
Oh.
Like that.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Shake on it.
Hold on,
Shake on
hold
it.
on.
Wait, what are you guys betting
It's
on?
60
Too late.
something.
No, it's
It-
like 30 something.
It's not 30. That's
not
50
60.
push-ups, bro.
We didn't even bet 50
We
push-ups.
shook hands. Look it up. It's not 30
That doesn't
push-ups.
guarantee 50 push-ups.
It does. We shook on it. We got on tape.
Well, how many episodes there is? That's
We
how many
got
push-ups you
on
have to
tape.
do.
Hell no!
Wait, what is it?
How many push-ups there is? Is how many push-ups you do?
Okay.
How many episodes there is? That's how many push-ups you do.
How much-
It's
Hold
reverse.
on.
No, it's like
it's probably like a
36 or 42 or
25.
Nah.
No.
Dude, I
What did
watched
you
the
say?
whole.
How much
You
did
watched
say?
it again.
I
He
watched
said
the whole
60.
thing.
He
It's
said
60.
30.
It's not 60.
No, it's
30s
60
and
something.
60s.
It's not 30.
I didn't say it's 30. I said it was
You
like
said
30.
30
Like
something.
35 or 36.
No, stop changing.
No, I'm
So,
serious.
there's a.
It doesn't matter. It's not 30.
There's
What's it called? Brotherhood or just?
We're talking about Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
no. There's two.
This was 20.
Yeah,
25,
like-
25 has to be.
Like 16, 16.
I can
It's
see
not
a
a
12
short
12.
12.
I don't remember being 60 though.
How
Well,
is
that's
it?
not 30. It's
Is it
36 for season 1, 38 for season.
Oh,
Jeez.
Whoa,
yeah.
let's go!
Oh.
Hey, how many is that? That's
61?
That's 64 push-ups.
60
I'll do it at home.
No.
We got your hip before the
Oh, like-
podcast ends.
Yeah.
Hell, I can't do 60 push-ups.
I'll
Work
give you.
on
You
it.
can take
What?
breaks.
Next week we'll hear you do 64 push-ups when you first
Right
start.
here. Right
You
now.
We'll let
can do
you
the first
practice.
seasons right now.
Yeah,
the
the
next
first
week-
season.
26 pushes, bro.
You been going to the gym, bud. Don't, it's
We'll
all,
let you
all
even
day.
do girl
Yeah, that shirt's looking
push-ups.
pretty
It's
tight on
okay.
you. All right, come on. Ready
can't
to
do
push
it.
up?
That's it. First
Yeah.
season.
You shook on it.
First season.
can't back
you should
out.
go on
We'll
it.
do this at a later.
For someone who watches about anime, I'm disappointed
We'll do this
that you
like-
thought there's only 30 some episodes.
And you liked
as good as
it.
people said.
How many episodes does One Piece have?
915.
According to King, 915.
915 right now.
They catch you up to Detective Conan pretty soon.
I don't mean to rush anything. Not to say that all good things come to an end, but this is definitely a double O, our pilot podcast, and for what it is, a group of
Don't say the word.
a group of flans getting together,
Do you
Talking
like
some-
that word instead?
No, that
talking
sounds
some
stupid.
trash. And we'll definitely, there's definitely other things to chat about and follow up on. I'm definitely waiting to see Andrew do push-ups,
Come on,
all
man.
64 of them
Hey,
next
Wait,
week.
so is he?
Shook on it.
Are you
Half.
you do 26 right now and then 38 later, or?
Are you planning
No,
to
if we're
do
gonna
one
keep doing
episode a week
podcasts,
or
Cue
like
outro
one
song.
every 2 weeks?
So-
How-
Outro song.
So depending
Boss!
on
Oh, Troy, you go
so
post.
depending on our
I injured my hand today though.
All right, so that's pretty much it.
yeah,
late.
so
Excuse
I
me.
think depending on our schedule, are you guys free next Sunday though?
Won't be here.
Do you want to do
Hold on,
Sundays?
what's happening
Do you want to do
next Sunday?
weekdays?
Weeknights.
I prefer
What's
weekdays.
coming up
we-
Sunday or the Sunday after?
I was thinking the weekdays might be
I would
because
prefer
we all work,
weekdays.
so it's like
Yeah.
we can't stay here forever. Gotta go home.
I still got gyms. I gotta go to the
Yeah,
gym.
I'm like-
so,
Well,
right after
All
work.
right, see you guys
we'll
tomorrow.
just aim for Sundays as of right now.
Sunday. I don't know. Sunday nights I have nothing going.
No,
It's up
I'm
to you
free.
guys.
I need to do Sunday night.
I know,
Why
but
don't we do
afternoon?
Sunday?
Sunday night.
afternoon?
Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoons work. That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
That's
is that
fine.
gonna work for you?
Dude,
then?
let's do hot pot and do it at hot pot.
Church activities. I know you're stepping down, but like, what if church stuff comes?
Okay.
Don't know yet.
I'm vote for Alex.
Everybody just vote.
He's not even here.